Hey guys, welcome back to Black Clover Mobile. In today's video, we've got a new raid in the game, so I wanted to go through that one. Obviously, we can't get into the higher levels because you can only do 3 attacks per day, so keep that in mind. We are on another new alt account as well, which I'll go through, explain my logic with you guys at the end of this video as well. But we've got the new raid, and the great thing about this new raid, if we look at it, if you guys remember the first raid we had, I mean, everyone's going to be doing better at this one anyway. But the thing, if you are a new player or anything like that coming into this one, the great part is all you have to be able to do is part 3 the whole time to get the top reward, which is a free dupe for a skill page, which is fantastic. So I'm assuming, like, obviously I'd prefer a character dupe, but I'm pretty sure this is the way it went on JP. I know with the character one on the previous one, the JP and stuff got 2 dupes. We only got 1. I'm assuming that's going to be the same here. At the end of the day, I'm not too stressed about it. The bigger thing for me in here is the stamina that we're going to get as well. And obviously the skill upgrades as well. But the big one you want to get is going to be this free dupe. Now, I'm going to just save my free dupe from now on at this stage. There's nothing I really want to use it on. Yes, Julius page is good and I got it, but all it is damage increase. I'm waiting for something that has a meaningful increase that, you know, getting it to maybe 3, 4, 5 is like a much bigger beneficial thing. But you guys do you, whatever you want. For me, I'm a hoarder on stuff like this. I am just going to hold on to it. So that's where we're at. Like I said, you should be fine only doing part 3. Because if we look at it, the event is around for 7 days, 6 days, 21 hours left. So obviously I'm on day 2. And keep in mind, I'm only on day 2 of this account. That's why I haven't managed to clear part 3 yet. So give me a break. We'll go through that in a sec. But basically, I just did some rough napkin math here. And if we do essentially that, you get the worst drops possible, which is 25 drops doing part 3. You do that 25 3 times, so that's going to give you the 75, and then we times that 75 by 6 because we're taking out the first day. That will leave you with 450. Add on that first time clear of 30 for part 3, which I haven't done yet. And then we're going to be 20 off, which you will get through the first day, which I didn't include in those calculations from doing part 1 and 2. So worst case scenario, if all you can do is repeatedly part 3, you will go ahead and be able to get the 500 to get the dupe skill page. But for me, honestly, like most people will go further. And I'm more excited about the getting the extra stamina on my accounts because that's always a big thing for me. But once again, you guys do you on what you want to exchange. For me, I kind of think the stamina is like a really strong thing, but let's face it, everyone who started at Global is going to be doing at least part 5, I'd say. So keep that in mind. As for strategy, I'm going to save strategy, like proper team and guide until I actually get to it. I'm probably not going to stress about part 7 again. I didn't in the last one. It's just an absolute headache. Maybe I will have a look at it on my main account, but in general, I'm not too stressed. Part 6, I think most people who started at Global should be fine with. Basically, the way I'm looking at it, with these bosses, each time you attack them, they change their element. So they're going to swap through the different elements. And it looks like the first one is going to be just heavily dot based. And so they obviously haven't corrected the code in the game because we've got the old Vic color equals hashtag F555. So that's, don't know what they're going on there. But essentially this one applies dots, does more damage with the ult depending on how many dots you got. So, you know, Summer Charmy is going to be great for this one. But because this enemy is not immune to debuffs, the second enemy is immune to debuffs. This first side, if you got Julius, especially Julius with Paige, and you've got Mars Lotus, I feel like you're just pretty much going to just turn denial this thing into oblivion, so it shouldn't be too much of a stress in general. I feel like phase 1 is going to be fairly easy. Phase 2, this guy heavily debuffs, as you can see, and it's dependent on HP levels. So keeping your team topped off and using shields to avoid the damage that he's going to deal in the attack that applies the debuffs is going to be very important because it's all HP based. So in this one, you want to keep topped off and you want to also have you know, some shields is the way I'm looking at it. So, you know, your summon OLs, your radies and stuff like that are going to be beneficial. And just keeping topped off. This guy is immune to debuffs, so you can't manipulate his turn gauge. You can't debuff him. So using buffs on yourself is going to be the way you amplify damage that you're going to be dealing to him. So I think this one's going to be fairly straightforward up to part 6. Once again, I will test out part 7, and if I can get it with a fairly easy team, I will let you guys know. But in general, most people are going to get some pretty sick rewards from this raid boss. is, like I said, I mean, the extra 3 purchases of stamina every day is going to be absolutely fantastic. So I think pretty freely, if you've been started at Global, you can go ahead and you can feel free to go ahead and buy all this stamina every day. If you're doing 5 or 6, and you'll still have enough to get this page at the end. And then you'll probably also have enough to get all the skill upgrade materials as well. Then if you want to get some mule, like, I mean, that's up to you. I'm not overly stressed on the 50,000. But yeah, that's what you can get. So moving on from that, like I said, I'm on a new account here. I started it just less than 2 days ago. We're on to the 3rd day of logins. Where do I even check my days of login? Where's the event? Is there an event for it? Yes, that's it. Oh yeah, the other thing. We do have a mage birthday. Make sure you click on this. You get your free 200 crystals. Because I don't know if I missed some, because for a while there, they had the join Discord thing in here. And it always had a red dot every day. So I just ignored the news and left the red dot and went over here. But now the Discord thing's gone, but we do have a mage birthday. So get your 200 free here. So like I said, I've got this new account. Now, we're on day 3 of logins, but we're still on our 2nd day of play. And the reason I did this, I've wanted an Asia server alt account. My main Asia server alt account that I started around, like a week after launch, got absolutely shafted. I ended up doing 400 summons on that account on the Julius banner. Did not see his page. Just absolutely crack the shits about it, so I've dropped that account. So it's like, okay, I want Julius and his page. I had another one where I did have the Noel and Charmy once the gateway was done, and I was doing that one. I stopped at 100 summons. I had one through Julius. I did another 150 summons on it. I only got the 1 pity Julius. Crack the sads. And then I'm like, okay. So yeah, 2 days, like less than 2 days ago, just as the Julius banner was about to end on Asia server, I was like, let's just do a few rerolls. I ended up getting a 1 dupe Julius with a 1 dupe skill page for him from 50 summons. We only did 50 summons on this account. We also summoned a swimsuit Asta, and on day 2 of my free summon, we got a dupe Charlotte, and we also got Charlotte's skill page as well. And then we picked up Mars and Lotus from the 20 selector and the 999 selector, which the 999 is now gone on Asia server as well. So this was kind of my last chance, and I'm pretty happy with the way this account's looking. We also got another SSR skill page in here, which was this one. So we actually did pretty decent rates from 50 pulls, and I'm just saving here because what I realized on my main account, and correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, like for an alt account that I'm building, like my main account, I'm really wrapped with my max dupe Julius. I went to 230 summons on it, so I already had like I think 3 or 4 dupes. No, I think it was 3 dupes. So then I put the extra in to get him to max dupe. But when I'm playing through Julius, I feel like the 100% revive is a big difference to the 55 in PvP. 100%, it definitely is, and it makes a difference. The speed, however, I don't think is as big of a deal as I originally thought it would be, because you're either building a speed comp where your whole team is going first anyway, or you're planning to go behind the enemy team and let them go first, so it's not a big issue anyway. Yes, the speed does offer them a little bit of damage as well, but essentially what I've found on my main account is that I've been not putting speed set on Julius just because I always want him to move after my other things. So I don't think the speed is as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be originally when I was looking at dupes for Julius. However, I think the 100% HP is a bigger deal than I originally thought, because the thing with 100 HP on Julius is if he's 100%, he can live the next AoE. If he's not, he probably can't. So that's the big difference. But in general, for an alt account, I'm thinking, okay, let's save as many summons as possible for future banners, try and go ham on that, and I'm happy with the 2 dupe Julius. So like I said, I summoned for 1 dupe in 50 pulls. And then I used the one universal dupe that I got from Mage's Path from the intermediate section, and I used that over on him as well. So he's at 2 dupe. I'm pretty cool with that. Obviously, I don't have Charmy. I've got Gateway ready to go on this one to collect my Noel, and people have been asking me about the gateways and stuff. So what happens is once the seasonal banner goes away, the seasonal characters go onto the standard banner, and then this has a duration. So you can see here it's 10 days. And last time what happened was once these 10 days ran out, that is when the gateway finished. So if you're looking at the gateway, it finishes after, not after the seasonal banner, after the seasonal banner transfers onto the standard banner. And then once that season of the standard banner goes away, that is when it will just refund you your key and you won't get your character. And that is the way the gateway works, because I've had a lot of people asking me. I was curious about it as well, because I couldn't remember. So this time that kind of confirmed it to me. Now, these aren't crazy rates on these guys. They're only at probability of 0.166%, which is the highest out of any of the SSRs, but it's still pretty low. So I'm ready to accept my Noel. I'm kind of stalling on it because on my second daily free pull, I managed to get the Summer Asta, and I'm like, dude, I got like 7 days or 6 days left that if I summon either Noel or Charmy, or like if I summon Noel on the free daily, I'll still have enough time to change to Charmy and get the Charmy. So I'm thinking about stalling, but if I just think I need the Noel to get stuff done, I will go ahead and accept her. But I have done all the missions. I've got that there ready to go. Like I said, 2 days into this count, we're just like the early game of this game is so fluid now. Like within a day, you can just be farming stage 15. I've been doing the tropical retreat event. I'm just about to get through that one just to get all those one-time rewards capped off. But we are over here farming now in Dungeon 5. Like it's super simple to get into there. The thing I found on my other account is if you don't have the Charmy, you can use the Noel as your 4th unit, and you can still stomp through the thing anyway. But obviously, this is becoming less of an issue because now Julius is gone, the seasonal banner's gone, all we've got is the gateway to get Noel. So that is where we're at. Like I said, I'm going to grind this account up. I want to see if like within like 2 months I can try and start trying to compete, maybe pushing into upper leagues. I doubt it. I feel like it's a bit too far behind, but it's something I really want to try on this one and sort of play the account only focusing on PvP units so that I can try and climb the PvP ladders and get somewhere. Obviously, we're 2 days in, we're nowhere on the ladder, but you know, give me a month or so, and I'll see how we go. See if we can push this thing. And yeah, the other thing is, a lot of people on my main account see my rating in Arena and be like, "How are you in upper leagues with that rating?" What happens is, at the end of the week, it calculates top 500 go into the upper leagues, and upper leagues is its own league. So, like, if my score is lower than yours in the lower leagues, it's because it's a separate league and it lasts for the whole week. And then it calculates at the end of the week who goes up and who goes down. So just to cover that one, because I've had a lot of people asking me about that as well. But something else just to show you guys, the standard shaft continues. If we go over here into gear, I got 5 pieces of LR, trust 2 pieces to already be HP. The grind continues. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.